It's September 28th, 2025. It's the Richmond Generals 18U HP going up against the Raleigh Raptors here in Wake Forest, North Carolina. We got one game today. Two and a half minutes until we get our whistle and pick up the pucks and get started. So if you're watching the replay, you can fast forward. All right, there's our whistle. We'll be picking up the pucks and we'll get started. So this is the Richmond Generals 18U HP going up against the Raleigh Raptors here in Wake Forest, North Carolina. September 28, 2025. Generals have been off the ice. You know, they've been practicing, but this is the first competition we've had in a couple of weeks. They were supposed to have two games this weekend, and one got canceled for Saturday. So we're here on Sunday picking up after a couple weeks layoff. Generals start getting busy after this and have a tournament down in Charlotte next week, followed up by two home games middle of October, and then a EJPL weekend back up in Philadelphia, South Philly, the end of October. Those are the next couple weeks coming up for you. Generals look like they're missing a few players. What I can tell right now, looks like Daniel Kim is absent. Carter Agello looks to be out as well. Maybe missing somebody else. We've got Ian Glass filling in as a skater today. Raleigh Raptors are always tough, very physical, so we'll see how this plays out here today. Back out. Sending out Carson Repko to take the face-off. He's got Bickmeyer is going to be to his right, and Ian Glass will be to his left. We've got to get used to. We got Strode here on defense, along with Jeanette. With a Jello out, we'll see who picks up the other defensive duties. That one's being sent back in by the Raptors. Strode trying to pass that one around the boards. That's going to come out to the blue line, held in by the Raptors, and that's going to be kicked out and cleared out of the zone. Chipped back in. Jeanette going to field this one. Tries to take it around. Finally chips it to Strode. Little chip there by Bickmeyer trying to chase this one up the wall. Bickmeyer trying to clear and can't, and the Raptors send this one back in the corner. Jeanette trying to chip this one around the board, trying to get it all the way. Glass unable to get there in time. General still trying to clear it out of the zone. The quick slap sends it towards our goalie. I'll tell you which one in a second. I think it's Gaddis in goal. Bobby Stewart coming out to take the face-off. He sends that one back down into the corner. Quick shot there, just wide of the net. Picked up by Judah Moore. He's going to send this one up. Sent to Tapscott over the left-hand side to Krug. And the Raptors are going to steal this one at the blue line, take it away. So far, we've been on a couple of minutes into this. Oh, quick backhander. Krug's goalie's got that one covered to his right. Trying to send that one up. Finding Krug in the middle. He's got Covington coming across. Oh, just kicked wide of the net. Sent back across. It's going to go over the line. Judah Moore getting back for that one, hustling. He's going to chip it over to Tapscott. Tapscott overskates that one. Leaves it for the Raptors. Raptors with a good centering shot and cleared to the wall by Moore. Covington on the ice. Nice little back skate. Still working it hard, coming underneath us and sends it around down to the corner. Covington's going to the bench. Comes back out. Strode's going to pick this up, hold it at the blue line, trying to walk it in, takes a shot off of a skate and deflected wide. Peterson's on the ice now. He's got it in the corner. He sends it to Lugo on the near side. Tries to take it into the face-off circle. Goes wide. General's trying to center. Goes off the back of the net. Long pass there by the Raptors. They're going to hustle down. That'll be icing. 12:47 remaining in the first period. General's driving a long way here, 2.5 hours south of Richmond to get to Raleigh. 4-1 game today. Most came down last night. We drove in this morning, got up early. Peterson taking the face-off. Lugo's to his right, Hiles to his left. Comes back to Heil. Peterson chips it just wide of the net. The goalie sends it back around the boards. Good pressure there. Lugo trying to steal it. Sends it up. Strode on the red line. And the Raptors take it through neutral ice. Sends it in deep. Strode's going to meet this one back behind the goal. Good little chip there by the Raptors, deflected by Gaddis. Comes back to the blue line. That one's going to come to Heil. He's going to center it to Peterson, who's coming up. He's got one to beat. And gets bodied off by the Raptors. Comes around. Bickmeyer going to pick this one up at the red line. Tries to play it in. He gets bodied off. Good stick play by the Raptors. Beats Glass. Bodied off by Repko, throwing a big shoulder there. Raptors send it across to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer picks this up. He's going to get a shot, and it's deflected off of a shin guard. Glass driving into the corner. Going to try to center this one. It's going to go along the corner, and Repko going to take it. He gets a late hit there by the Raptors. They're trying hard to throw elbows already. That one comes outside the zone. Glass chips that up. It's going to send it back. Tapscott and Moore on the ice for defense. Bickmeyer working it against the wall. It's going to come back to Moore. He's got a lane here. Sends it in, deflected just wide. Can't see that one. Oh, that one come through the center, and we're going to have a call because the goal is off the mount. 11-12 left in the first period. Got a face-off to the right of the goalie. to be Stewart, Krug, and Covington on this forward line. That one comes to Covington. He takes a shot. Best shot so far for the Generals, and that's deflected wide. Just past Stewart. Stewart's trying to work it. It's at his feet. He's going to chip it over. Covington's got it on his forehand. Shoots, and Covington's in the goal. The Generals go up 1-0. Woo! Just under 11 minutes left to play in the first period. Generals are up 1-0. Peterson's out to take the face-off. Hiles to his left, Lugo to his right. Strode and Jeanette are on defensive duty. That one circled back around. That's off a skate. Hile almost stole that one. In the car, he was just saying that that's what happened last time he was here, and he's able to get a quick turnover. He's going to be looking for that here against the Raptors again. That one goes all the way. I would have said that got deflected, but they're going to call icing on the Generals, and we'll go down to our left. Peterson taking the face off. Comes all the way through. No icing indicated. It's going to go the distance. Lugo's hustling down to take this into the corner. Goes in hard. Sticks get tied up. Lugo's battling to Strode stepping up hard. Gets beat on the pinch. And here come the Raptors back the other direction. Peterson with a good back play. That one shot wide by the Raptors. Goes Hiles working it in the corner. Comes to Jeanette. He chips it to Hile. Hile's got it. He sends it to Peterson. Back to Hile. Hile takes it. He's got Bickmeyer, and that's just a little too far. And the Raptors, I like the passing as they were coming through. Bickmeyer called for that one. Jack Hile just sent that about 2 feet too far. Picked up by the Raptors at their own blue line, taking it back into the defensive zone. They're going to send it up the right-hand side. Good little play there by Moore. Oh, that one misplayed by the Raptors in their zone. Another misplay as Glass harasses them, takes it into the corner. Rebko working it down low, sends it across, deflected it. Just wide. Bickmeyer going to try the wraparound. He's back behind the net. He's trying to do a little Michigan there. He was trying to lift it on the stick. They bring it back to Strode. He walks into the lane and goes to 5-hole, and that's in. That snuck through, and Strode gets on the board with number 2 for the Generals. As they go up 2-0 with 9:24 remaining in the first period. Generals finding the seams. They got to just keep up the pressure here. Bickmeyer picking up the assist there. Generals got to remember they got to hang in the long haul. Their last game at the St. James, they went up 3-0 and ended up pulling that game into a tie. A little chip there to the left to Krug. Krug going to try to get a shot. Oh, trying to go back to Stewart. And picked off by the Raptors as they send it back into the corner. Krug working that one back to Stewart. All the players have their own jerseys now, so after a couple of weeks of play on borrowed jerseys, that one comes to Stewart. Stewart trying to go high, short side. Oh, nice little play there by Krug between the legs. Tries to go 5-hole, and the goalie shuts that down. Comes back out. Raptors trying to break out of the zone as they come through the neutral ice and send it in back around the Generals' goal. Pick it up in the corner. Stewart in deep. Krug with a little chip. Goes to Tapscott. Tapscott comes out. He's got Covington. He's all by himself. Covington trying to double up. Oh, he takes it off the post. Beautiful backhand. Had the goalie beat and just missed that. Took it across the top rail. Oh, he's going to be frustrated with that one. Good sign for the Generals there. Just getting the attacks right now. This is going to be Tapscott out again. Sends it up to Hile. Hile's on it. There's a 2-on-2 with Peterson. Peterson's going to the net. Hile sends it in. Forces the goalie to take the blocker to it. And the Raptors are going to try to clear this one. Going to be picked up in the defensive zone by Jeanette as we roll to 8 minutes to go in the first period. Generals up 2-0. That one comes to Strode. He's across the red line. Gets picked up. Hile with a shot. A little wrister. Goes off the pads. Strode was tied up. That one rolls just wide of the net. Hile picks it up again at the wall. He sends it back to Lugo, it seems, and the goalie kicks it off the post. It's going to be cleared, and the refs are going to set it up back behind, and we're going to keep action going here. That one comes to Peterson, circling, tries to backhand it, and chips it back behind the Raptor goal. Ooh. Lugo took that one up high. Sent back behind the Generals' goal. Strode's going to send it around to Jeanette. He's going to feed it up to Glass. Glass comes across the red line. He's got Repko coming in from the right-hand side, and the Raptors steal this back. Generals caught in a line change. Good back check there by Repko. Oh, wow. Somehow, as Repko's back checking, the Raptors send it to the goal, and it sneaks past, and they catch one back up. So with 7:09 remaining, we're now 2-1. That one was a freak shot. I don't even know how he got off a shot as they were tied up together. Generals were beating a line change. Repko came back for the back check, and I thought he had enough room tied up. So we're going to see if this Covington hitting the post is going to come back to haunt the Generals. Here come the Raptors as they've got some momentum now. They bring it into the Generals' end of the ice. They leave it for Bickmeyer. He gets picked, sends it back to Moore. He finds Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer's going to send that across. He's got Repko on the far side, but he can't get it on the stick. Glass is going to the bench. Repko in the corner. Here comes Krug. Krug skating in. He's going to come after the puck. Oh, just past Moore's going to hold it at the blue line. He's got a little wrister looking through traffic. That one goes into the corner. Krug chasing. He's going to find somebody in the center. He takes a quick shot and tries to find the 5-hole and see if there's a leak there again. And this time the goalie gets the glove on it for the whistle. 6:30 remaining in the first period. Generals lead 2-1. Goals by Covington and Strode. Stewart coming out to take the face off. Krug to his right, Covington to his left. That comes Covington. Covington with a shot, and that one's into the jersey as the Raptor goalie hangs on for the whistle. He was bobbling it a little bit. Stewart wins that one again, sends it to Covington. Covington back to Tapscott, over to Moore. Moore sends it into the corner. Covington with a shot that's got to be sticked by the goalie. That goes up to the wall. Moore pressuring now. Picked up by Raptors. Comes to central ice. Good back check there by Stewart. Picked up again. Covington on the puck. He's going to take a shot. Oh, that one goes off of a shin guard. Covington with shot after shot at this point. Back to Stewart. He gets picked. That comes out. Got to skate back, guys. Got to hustle. Raptors coming through. Backhander. Cleared there by Moore into the corner. Stewart's going to send it around the boards. Jeanette picking it up in the corner. Comes across, finds the red line. General's in a line change, so Jeanette's going to hold this one. He's got Peterson trailing, and it comes to the crease. Jeanette looking for somebody to come through. Strode leaves it. Tries to kick it with his foot. It's a breakaway. Back checks by the Generals. Heil and Jeanette getting back. Good job harassing there as we roll to 5 minutes to go in the first period. Strode trying to lose those skaters. That one goes across into the neutral ice. Picked up by Raptors. They leave it in the neutral zone. Trying to come into the zone. They're on sides. Puck's in the corner. Raptors have it. Oh, that one goes to the crease. Looking for a deflection. Finally cleared out of the crease. They're battling in the corner. A lot of pushing going on right now. Comes free. Raptors send it around back behind the goal. Picked up by Jeanette. He's going to chip it up to Heil. Heil just misses that one off of Heil's leg, and he's going to get it out of the zone. He's hoping Peterson's got some legs to pick this one up. And the Raptors do a good job bodying him off on the defensive play. Raptors going to send this one down. Nice stick play there by Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer takes it to the neutral zone. Around a guy. He's got coming down the right-hand side. Takes a shot. Goes high on the glove side of the goalie and takes it off of the chest pad. Oh, nice little play there by Glass. Comes back to Moore. Moore sends it 5-hole. Not enough on that. The goalie gets down for the butterfly and the save. That one's going to come out of the zone and back around. Moore's going to pick this one up as we roll to 3:30 left to go in the first period. Generals leading by 1. They leave it for Glass, who's going to take it through neutral ice. Comes down, he leaves it for Bickmeyer for the one-timer, and I thought he had a good deflection there off of a skate. And the goalie's able to pick that one back up. Tapscott in deep right now. Comes back to Bickmeyer. Repko drifting back to cover the blue line. Tapscott still on the puck. Leaves it for Repko. Repko shoots that one into the corner. Raptors picking up this puck. Going to come all the way through. Tapscott's going to be back to pick this one. No icing. It's going to come all the way around to Moore. He just misses that one. Raptors get it at the red line and picked up by Repko. Back to the Raptors, who send it into the corner. Comes out to Krug. Krug down the left-hand side. The Raptors in a line change getting back. Krug's stick was hit as he shot that one. Moore, Stewart tapped that one back to Krug. Krug and Covington trading the puck back to Covington with a shot. Looking for a deflection, and it's in for Covington. And he picks up number 2. Covington is hot today. 2 goals. I guess we'll get the call on this. They're sending Stewart in first. Stewart out to take the face-off. General's now leading 3-1 with 2:20 to go in the first period. Covington circling back around. Covington circling. Sends it to Stewart. Stewart with a one-timer and off the blocker for the goalie. Puts it up high. Comes back. Generals are reloading. Strode. Oh, tackled. Comes across to Covington. Covington centering it. Comes through. Stewart trying to bat it out of the air. Krug trying to hammer it into the goal. Comes out of the zone. Reset by Jeanette, who turns it around to the blue line. Comes across the other blue line. He comes down, takes a shot, goes low, looking again for that seam through the hole. Now trying to cover that 5-hole. Back behind the goal. Stewart going to try to pick it up. That's Heil in the corner. He's trying to center it. Sent the distance, and that'll be icing. .124 remaining in the first period. Generals lead 3-1. Peterson going to take the face off. Lou goes to his right, Heil to left. That comes to Heil. He goes to Moore. Moore with a quick shot, looking through traffic. The goalie scoots that one into the corner. Lugo going to get the puck. Chips it to the other corner. Tapscott backing up to hold this one. Oh, that looked like was... Oh. Lugo hears the off call, and so the delayed offsides as the Generals clear the zone. Heil tacking back in. Lugo trying to pick this one up. It's going to be out of the zone. Lugo taking it across the blue line, trying to get a good shot, just chips it towards the goal. Heil with a little scooter, and the goalie's got to put the glove on the ice for the whistle. 52 seconds left now in the first period. Generals on a tear this period, leading 3-1. Could have been 4-1, but Covington puts it off the top bar on a breakaway. Repko taking the face off. Repko chasing back behind the goal. Tapscott taking it on the left-hand side. Shot deflected off of, I think, Bickmeyer's stick and pulls it down from the glass, sends it back to the point to Moore. Moore with a shot. Looking for a deflection from Repko, just too fast. Couldn't get something on it. Generals attacking again. That one back behind the goal. Moore trying to keep this one in play. Sends it down low. Comes to Tapscott. Oh, wow. Tapscott chipping that one, and somehow the goalie hangs on. He's on his butt. Tapscott had the empty net, and somehow the goalie gets something on there to knock it down and get it covered for the whistle. Keeping this game 3-1 with 14.2 seconds left in the first period. Repko going to take this face off. Glass to the left. Generals need one more skater. Here comes Strode. He's out there with Moore. Bickmeyer cheating up behind. Glass cheating up behind. So they're going to kick Repko out. You don't see that very often. That one comes back to Strode off of a shin guard. He's going to have to hustle back. That one going to be picked up by Moore. He's going to send it over. Oh, just out of reach of Glass. And that's the end of the period. Woo! Great first period for the Generals. 3 goals, 2 by Covington, 1 by Strode. Generals with a good performance here. All right, there's our buzzer to get ready to kick off the second period. It's kind of nice. The Raleigh goalie came by to tell our goalie that the ice down there sucks. All right, so I think I've gotten it wrong who's in goal. So it's Lucas Monroe is in goal for the Generals. Apologies. I assume he's going to be in goal for half this period, and then they'll swap it out. I never remember who's got the white pads. So that was Monroe in goal for the whole first period. Repko trying to win this face-off, comes away with it at the red line. He's going to send this one in, forces the goalie to play with the glove. Comes back out to Jeanette at the blue line. Tries to find something, takes it off, looking for the rebound. General's battling in front. That one came off hard. Wow, and Bickmeyer sent down to the ice backwards. Sent over, now coming off for Strode. He's going to put it back behind the boards. Comes back out to Raleigh. Glass pushing a body up against the wall. That one comes back to the blue line. Jeanette's going to send it back into the fray. Puts it back behind the General's goal. Raptors picking it up. That's the Raptor goal. Comes out in front. Oh, just out of reach of Jeanette. He saves that one and keeps it at the blue line. General's still on the attack. Bickmeyer attacking. That one sent high over the goal. Going to come back out to Strode as he continues the job here. Krug is on the ice. He's on the puck, taking his time. He's an awesome passer, picking up not all the assists, many assists for the Generals so far. The first weekend he had 7 assists with the Generals. Puts it off the back of the goal. Krug in the corner, looking for the puck at their feet. Up to the wall, comes off. Covington with a quick shot. Puts it off of a leg. That one held by Moore. They're going to have to lay off sides here. So the Generals clear the ice. Comes back up. Tapscott finds us at the red line. He passes over to Stewart. Stewart sends it over to Krug. Krug with a shot. Save. Picked up by Tapscott. Tapscott back to Krug. Krug at the faceoff circle. Shot and finds the net. Gets a seam under a leg, and the Generals will go up 4-1 with 13:13 left in the second period. Set Peterson's line out here, so you're going to have Lugo to the right, Peterson taking the face-off, Heil on the near side. Moore and Tapscott are your 2 defensemen. Raptors win that face-off, sends it into the Generals' end of the ice. Raptors battling, trying to find some momentum to get back into this. Tapscott chips it, leaves it for Peterson. Nice little touch pass to Lugo. Lugo down the right-hand side. Heil trailing in front, centering pass just off the back of the net. Lugo tied up, and bang, two guys go down to the ice. The official was watching it, didn't seem to mind too much. There was some stick holding and stuff going on. We'll see if the Raptors try to get a little more physical here to try to change the momentum. And we're going to call a cross-check on Lugo. No? Cross-check on the Raptors. Trying to figure out who he was pointing to. I think it was some retaliation. Here's the call from the referee. It's a cross-check with 12:33 remaining in the second period. Generals will go on a power play, leading 4-1. Repko taking the face off, leaves it for Bickmeyer. Little poke there. Generals send it down to the corner. Glass giving chase. Glass picking that puck up, loses an edge and goes to the boards kind of hard. A little worried. Sometimes that's risk for a collarbone. Generals trying to put something together here. They've got the extra man advantage, but right now, just not the clean passes we want to see. That comes out of the zone. Jeanette trying to turn this one. Comes back to Strode. Generals just need to settle in here right now. They don't need to be in a big rush. They're leading 4-1. The Raptors trying to push Glass off the puck. Picked up there by Strode. He's in deep on the power play. 1:15 remaining. Generals still controlling the puck. Jeanette cheating up. He's at the face-off circle. Takes that off of a shin guard. Don't want to see that. We got a one-on-one coming back the other direction. Short-handed. Good back check there by Repko getting back. Good work by Strode, too. They're going to go the other direction fast. Bickmeyer coming through. Takes a shot. Oh, takes it off the bar. Puts it up against the glass. Good look there for the Generals. Going back the other direction. It's the risk the Raptors take when they come too far off that one. Cross ice off of a skate. Almost another breakaway for the Raptors. The puck just went right away. Krug trying to center it to Stewart. Stewart gets a cross check from behind. As we're down to 34 seconds left in the power play. Back to Stewart, back behind the Raptor goal. He's on it. Covington calling for it at the point. Covington walking this one, circling. 22 seconds left in the power play. Leaves it for Stewart. Stewart going to walk this one in, look for it. Off the blocker. Back behind the goal. Picked up by Krug. Krug with the backhander. Stewart once, twice off of a skater in front. Raptors just want to clear the puck, and they're finally out of the zone. Covington collecting the puck. Raptors now in a line change. Covington diving in. We're back to even strength. Covington! Oh! Beats the goalie. The goalie was laid out in front. Covington just couldn't get the puck off the ice. Covington still has it, and it's going to come out of the zone as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey with 10:22 remaining in the second period. That comes back to Tapscott. He's going to collect it and send it up. Pushes it up to Covington, who's still skating. That one over to Stewart at the blue line. Stewart's got a little bit of time. We're going to get Heil on the ice. Heil chips it forward. Picked off by the Raptors, and they're going to come back the other direction. Generals getting back to give some numbers. Raptors need a line change. They're going to dump and chase. Heil chips it over to Tapscott. Heil's in control. Woo. Heil to Covington, who's still skating out there. Skates it in, wraps it around, puts it in. Oh! Off the goalie's leg, and I thought it was going to scoot into the goal. The goalie gets back and is able to get a quick cover on that one. Thought the goalie was going to kick that one in. It was a nice little wraparound. 9:43 remaining in the second period now. Generals lead 4-1. The Hampton team of Krug and Covington got 3 goals of the Generals 4. That one, Jeanette gets speed, tries a little body play there to slow the guy down a bit. Puts it across the ice. Good Strode picking up the pass. Good body play to push that puck into the corner. Strode coming out now. He's got Heil. A flick in the air. Tough for Heil to try to glove down. Comes off the wall. Still in the zone. Comes to Lugo. Lugo sends it back to Heil, but puts it at a skate. Lugo's on the puck. Got it all by himself, and he puts it wide of the net. General's bench wanted something there. He had the corner. That one in the distance and deflected wide as we rolled in 9 minutes to go. As the Generals come back. trying to extend their lead. That one kept in. Strode getting a late hit there at the blue line. Raptors trying to send somebody deep at the red line. Heil with a shot, takes it off the goalie's stick. He's going to try again shorthand, puts it into the low slot. Nobody's there. Moore's picking this up at the blue line. He sends that one in high, and it's off the netting. So we'll get a whistle. 8:42 remaining in the second period now. Rep going to take the face off. Glass to his left. Bickmeyer to his right. Nice job by Moore to hold that one at the blue line. Gets a quick shot on a fast wrister, and the goalie puts it in the glove for the whistle. Get another face off to the goalie's left. Repko wins that one again, chases it into the corner. He's got Glass in front, but a quick shot there by Bickmeyer, and he puts it in over the goalie's glove. And Bickmeyer takes this one 5-1. Fuck! Still running. It was like 8:15, so just give it 10 seconds or so. Repko takes it with a shot off the blocker, puts it into the glass. Comes back centering. Oh, just past Glass's stick. Tapscott comes in, puts it in wide, and the goalie gets for a cover. And I know that's a tough job. I was just helping. I hope you don't think no problem. Yeah, I get it. I know it's complicated. I just don't want you to think I'm yelling at you. I'm just trying to help. Stewart with the face-off, leads it for Covington. Covington comes to low slot, takes a shot. Goalie sends it to the wall with his left pad. Circling at the face-off circle, there's a glove on the ice now. Oh, that comes out. Quick shot, back behind the goal. Comes back out. Raptors have it. There's still a glove on the ice. So the player goes back to pick that up. It's a good way to get a broken finger. Covington with the puck, sending it up deep. It's got Covington all the way up. He called for it. Holds it up the blue line. Oh, he's got, I think, Stewart on the right-hand side. Stewart just, puck got deflected and bounced over. Centering out for Covington. He gets a quick shot. The goalie's got to make a good save there with a stick. Comes back out in front again. The goalie with a little backhand. Comes back out to the crease. Krug with a little backhander. Trying to score it. Comes back out to the slot again. Jeanette trying to shoot this one. Oh, that's deflected up high off the netting. And the Generals bench is feeling good with a 5-1 lead. But it is just shot after shot right now. Generals are feeling good and fired up. Lots of shooting lanes right now. As we get the goalie shift, as Moore comes to the bench, and Gaddis goes into the net. Puck comes back to Tapscott. Pats over the shot. Oh, I think that went off the face mask. Generals are calling it in. Ref is pointing. I think it came off the face mask. The goalie thought he had it covered. There was no whistle. The Generals are claiming that's in, and it looks like it's Lugo on the board. So 15, Lugo with the goal with the assist from Tapscott. Peterson in taking the face off. Commentary from the scoring box that they thought the puck was covered. Goes back over to Lugo, and we're going to get offsides on the Generals. Say offsides. again on the Generals. Get another face-off. .640 remaining in the second period. Generals lead 6-1. Heil on the puck. He's going to take a shot. Oh, he just sends it just wide. He's going to pick up his own rebound off the glass. Tries to center it, chips it over to Peterson. Peterson just wide in the net on that one. Moore having to get back now as the Raptors trying to push forward. Generals send that one, can't connect to the red line. Raptors trying to send it back the other direction. There's a 2-on-1, but great play there by Judah Moore. He's going to chip it up to Lugo. Lugo's got Peterson down to his left. Passing, Peterson can't get a stick on it. Back around the boards. Tapscott stepping up. Chips it up into the corner. Lugo's on the puck, looking for somebody in the lane. He's got glass. He overskated it. Oh, and he drops it back to Moore, who just misses it. Glass had a perfect shot there. Had the weak side of the net. Then off of a boot, and it's still in the zone. Repko with a shot off of the goalie into the corner. All the puck bounces right now are going the Generals' way. Raptors can't get a break here. Raptors trying to flick this one. They send it deep. They're saying a deflection. That goes all the way to Gaddis. He's going to cover. Oh! That was mean. Raptors throwing some snow at the goalie. Tapscott continuing. And they're going to send Tapscott to the box for that. That was unnecessary. They let it go at first. No? I thought, yeah. So on that, Generals will go on the penalty kill. Stewart wants to understand why. I think it was fine the first couple of shoves. They understood protecting the goalie, but Tapscott was a little bit late on his protest. Generals have 5 in the ice, and they're going to send Bickmeyer off. Repko taking the face-off, sends it back to Strode. He flips it nicely. Again, we can ice it. Goalie plays it lackadaisically. Glass is on the hustle here. General's got to be careful. It's a 2-on-1 right now. Got to get back. Strode trying to cover. That one goes back behind the General's goal. Around to the corner. Raptors looking to close the gap here as they're trailing 6-1. Generals don't want to give them any reason to get some momentum to get back into this game. That one just out of reach of Repko as the Raptors hold that one. It's out of the zone. Oh, Repko almost broke that one free. Raptors bringing it across. Big elbow, shoulder there by Jeanette. Puts a guy down on the ice. Generals are going to send this one all the way around. 1 minute to go in the penalty kill. Glass is going to the bench. Raptors are looking for a cherry pick. These benches are way deep in the zones. So you got to be careful that you're not offsides. So you're offsides if you come off the bench in the second period. Bickmeyer and Moore trying to divide the puck here. Again, we're shorthanded for another 45 seconds. The Generals send this around the board. Strode going to hold this one at the blue line. Comes over to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer with a nice little backward skate. It's being left on the ice. Raptors are able to chip it out of the zone. Moore's going to come back. Bickmeyer still pressuring. He's got the puck on the... Leaves it for Covington. Covington with a play. Oh, it's just sitting there in front of the ice. Bickmeyer gets bodied off. Now on the cherry pick, the Raptors with a shot that's going to be blockered to the left and into the netting for the whistle. 15 seconds left on the penalty kill. 3:44 remaining in the period. Face-off is to the left of Gaddis. Stewart taking the face-off. Chips it over to Krug. Krug sends it up the wall. Going to be picked up by the Raptors. They put it back in the corner. Krug back on the puck. He's trying to clear it and sends it the distance. No icing because we're still in the power play for another 2 seconds. Stewart beats them down there. Tapscott's out of the box. We're back to full strength. Stewart with the centering pass trying to find Covington. Raptors able to pick this one up and get it out of the zone. Tapscott will collect it. and circle back. He's going to find Krug off the left-hand side. Nice little play to pick up that puck. Sends it into the corner. 3 minutes to play now in the second period. Generals leading 6-1. Tapscott with a little wrister. Raptors kick it to the wall. Sent in over to across the other wall. Krug getting off the ice now. Covington on the puck. Tries to find Heil. Deflected just out of his reach. Heil back behind the goal. Sends it into the corner. Stewart's still out there. He's on the puck. Sends it back to Tapscott. Tapscott with a shot. Ooh, that got deflected and just wide of the net. Covington puts it back to Stewart. Stewart's going to go to the bench. Heil turning. He's got Lugo on the far side. It's going to come out loose. Just sitting there. Oh, wow. Stewart's still on the ice. Tries to put that one through the 5-hole, and the goalie got a stick on the ice just in time. Lugo trying to find somebody. Heil's stick gets lifted as he was coming through the slot. Heil gets pinned up against the wall. 2-20. Battle's going back behind. There's a penalty coming, and it's touched up by Raptors, and they're going to send the Raptors into the box for another penalty. So the
One needs to serve. One needs to serve.
I need one. So the call is a minor penalty on the Raptors. And then because he took his helmet off while he was on the ice, going to the penalty box, he gets a game misconduct. So he's ejected. Ref knows the rule, was unapologetic, and ejected him. He went over to the Raptor bench and was like, why did he take his helmet off? Like, that wasn't very smart. And, and he also came by and kind of like, I don't know, said something to Monroe. I think it was a nice thing he said to Monroe or something like, I don't know. It seemed like a good little, hey, good job type thing. But either way, Generals on a power play, leading 6-1. Jeanette on the puck, takes it across the red line. Opts not to pass it to Heil, tries to go through the defense, circles around, still on the puck. Jeanette sends it over to Strode. Strode with a shot. Glove loose in front, Stoll loose. And there's another penalty coming up as Lugo gets taken into the boards, and they're going to go for a cross-check. And so with 1:30 left in the power play, Generals are going to go on a 5-on-3. So there's 1:44 left in the second period, so for 1:30, Generals will be on a 5-on-3. Repko taking the face-off. Glass and Bickmeyer out there as your forward line. Tapscott and Moore as your two defensemen. That comes back to Bickmeyer with a quick shot wide of the net. Going to be picked up here by Tapscott. Tapscott over to Moore. He walks that one in, shoots, deflected, bouncing. Loose behind the goal. Sends it around. Tapscott's going to get it at the blow, just over his stick. Not the icing. But the Raptors get a little bit of a break. Oh, a Raptor player falls down. It's a 2-on-2. And Tapscott finds the back of the net. So we go back to 5-on-4 for another 1:35. There's 1:18 left in the second period. Generals are now up 7-1. Repko wins that face-off. The Raptors sounded frustrated as they went underneath me, saying they got to keep their team out of the box. The power plays are killing them right now. Repko back on the puck, tries to center it. He's got Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer just wide on that shot. Comes across. Ooh, good play there by Judah Moore at the red line to keep that one from being a breakaway. Tabscott's going to bring this one across the blue line. She takes a shot off of a shin guard. Generals on the power play for another 1 minute, but we've got 38 seconds left in the period. Krug on the puck, turns, holding the puck in the corner, looking for the pass. Back behind the Raptor net. Krug still on the puck. Comes to the other side, takes a shot, pulls it off the glass, and Moore has to hustle over there. Gloved down by Jeanette outside the zone. Generals got to clear it. They're offsides. "15 seconds left in the second period. Comes back to Krug. Krug gonna walk this in. He's got 10 seconds left in the period. Raptors take that one off the glass, send it the distance. They're on the penalty kill, so they can ice this. Woo. That is way outside the box. Stick playing it, and that's the end of our period. Strong shooting from the Generals there, taking advantage of some power plays. Generals up now 7-1 at the end of the second period, and they'll come back on with a 16-second power play for the third period. Should have a rolling clock here in the third period, up 7-1. Should be a fast period and help keep the Raptors from getting back into this. All right, so the goalie switched sides. Gaddis will be back to the left. Generals on a 16-second power play. Got 15 minutes on the clock for the third period here. Generals leading 7-1. Referee's reminding the scorekeeper that we're going to have a running clock. Puck comes back, and Raptors ice it, but won't get an icing call because they're on the penalty kill. Gaddis leaves it for Lugo. That comes back into the corner. Bickmeyer on the puck. Bickmeyer still on the puck in the corner, changes direction, trying to get it out of the general zone. He leaves that one for Covington. He sends that a long distance over to Stewart. Stewart in on the left-hand side, takes a shot from the distance, and the goalie squeezes that one under the armpit for the whistle. So the scorekeepers are saying they've got time for stop clock. It's whether That's like a home ice advantage, I guess. That they're Lugo picking this one up, sends it up underneath Jeanette. Comes all the way back, spinning. Strode gonna pick this one up, circles back in front of the Generals net. Woo. Sends it up to Tapscott. Tapscott trying to find, oh, that was a nice give and go. Strode still on the puck, comes through traffic and gets picked by the Raptors. That one now left for Jeanette. He's driving in, stays on his feet. Oh, passes it across to Strode. The two defensemen trying to get on the board with a great opportunity there. That's a high stick. He can't touch that. .13:39, they are not running the clock. Kind of thought that would be more of like a rule thing. Repko skating up to take the face off. Peterson leaves it for Moore. Moore with a shot. That one's off the blocker, just into the corner. Sends it around glass. Sends that one in, and the goalie scoops that up with the glove for the whistle. I kind of think the Generals would want the ice time anyways. They're up 7-1. Risk is low. They drove all this distance. You might as well play a full game of hockey rather than let it run off while you're chasing pucks for face-offs. That one gets past Moore on the blue line. That one picked off by Heil. Heil's got one to beat. Goes to the right-hand side. Little back move. Oh, still on the puck. As the Raptors can't get that one, sends it over to Repko. Repko sends that one in as the goalie squeezes it for the whistle, and Heil's frustrated that he just can't keep that puck. Had a couple good opportunities there. .13:05 left in the third period. Generals lead 7-1. Repko on the faceoff. Peterson to his right. Heil to the left. Shaking up the lines here to get different guys on defensive duty. That one comes back to Moore. He sends that over to Glass. Up to Heil. We're on sides. Heil takes that one off the foot of the referee. Takes a shot. Goalie has to make a pad save. Glass sends that one and sends it back down to the corner. Heil's going to the bench. Raptors hustling back down. Covington on the ice now. That shot high over the net. Raptors keep it in the zone for a second. Covington on the puck coming across the red line. Generals getting a line change back behind the play as Covington spins around. Puck goes into the corner. Covington still trying to chase. That one touched up by Covington, just enough so that the Raptors don't get a clear shot at it. We're under 12 minutes left to play. There's a stick on the ice. I think it's Krug's. Picks it up quickly. Raptors with a centering pass. Nobody's there. Lugo trying to chase after this one. Raptors able to hang on, keep it in the zone, and that one's finally out and across the red line. Covington's on the puck, sends it over to Krug. Krug coming in, trying to beat the defense. Back behind the net. Flicked, comes back to Covington. Covington chips it back to Krug. Krug looking for the pass. Ends up going past Stewart. Lugo picks it up, can't get it down onto the blade. Krug working hard, getting hammered. Raptors just want it out of the zone, and they just get it and send it back down. Bickmeyer sending this up to Lugo underneath me. He sends that over to Covington off of his skate and into the zone. We're down to 11 minutes to play in the third period. Generals leading 7-1. High stick there. Played by the Generals, and they get the whistle. We're going to get a face-off down to the left of Gaddis. Strode with that face-off. In the crease. A little scramble there. Shot, trying to go short side. Gaddis has the post covered. Into the corner. Glass trying to get that out, and he skates it out of the zone. He's got Jeanette up to his right. That comes back to Strode at the red line. Strode gets picked at the blue line, and we're going back the other direction. Raleigh's got numbers. General's doing a good job picking this one up off of Jeanette's skate. Comes back down to Strode. Strode's scooting this one down. And it's going to be Tapscott who's going to meet this one back behind the Raptor goal. Tries to put it back to the point. Glass covering it. It's going to send it to Jeanette. Jeanette with a shot. That one's wide of the net. Comes back to Strode on the far side. Strode still on the puck. Trying to get a lane here. Gets a puck settled on the stick. Takes a shot and it's deflected into the corner. Moore in deep, chasing the puck. It's back behind the goal. Tapscott's on it. General still in control here. Centering pass picked off there by the Raptors as they get it out of the zone. We're going to dump it in. Chip and chases. We're down under 10 minutes now to play in the third period. Tapscott laying down a stick on the ice, picks off the centering pass from the Raptors. Oh, Strode thought he broke that one free. They got it delayed. No, that delayed offsides. Coming off the wall. Off of Peterson's shin guard. He's pressuring as the Generals are getting a line change back behind him. He's hoping for some reinforcements. That's going to come all the way around. Heil's going to find it in neutral zone at the red line. He sends it over to Repko. Good hard pass from Heil. Generals will be offsides. Now they're safe. Heil's going to bring it over. Can't get it through the traffic. He chips it back into the corner. Peterson going back behind the goal. Raptors on the puck. Heil tries to chip it away. Working on it in the corner. Heil's on the puck. Centers it. And that goes off of Peterson's stick. Luckily right now the Generals don't need a bounce to go their way because everything's bouncing Raleigh's way. There's a little chip. Bickmeyer on the hustle. You got a 3-on-2. Bickmeyer tries to work it, goes backwards, comes back to Repko, and he whiffs on this one. Generals just, I don't know that they're over anxious, but Heil going up the battle against the wall. That one just under the feet of Bickmeyer, and Raleigh's got one running away, takes a shot, and that's deflected by a General stick up into the netting. So with 8:29 remaining in the third period, we'll get a face-off in the General's end of the ice. Stewart taking the face-off. Sent around the boards. Picked up by Covington. He leaves it for Moore. Moore, nice little drop pass there for Glass. It gets hammered into the boards behind the play. Comes back out. Covington going to find it at the red line. It's going to circle around the puck. Covington with 2 goals on the day. That one comes to Krug. Krug across the red line. Works his way across the blue line. Everybody's on side. Centering pass for Stewart, just wide. Stewart's going to pick this one up. Thought about going back to Moore and dumps it back behind the net for Krug. Generals leading 7-1. This should be icing, and it's indicated as such, and we get the whistle. 7:49 remaining in the third period. Stewart taking the face-off. Krug to the right, Covington to the left. Bickmeyer and Heil on defensive duty. Comes back to Heil. He chips it forward. Krug trying to get a stick on a nice play under the legs of the Raleigh. Here comes Raleigh back the other direction. Bickmeyer backing up. Woo! I like giving everybody a chance to play some defense. Krug leaving that one at the blue line. Raptors can't take advantage of that. They send it the distance across to Covington as Krug goes to the bench. Covington coming across to the high slot, takes a shot. Blocker saved there by the Raleigh goalie. Sends it around. Heil holds it at the blue line. He sends that one in. Stick saved there by the goalie, and he covers for the whistle. 7:10 remaining on the clock in the third period. Generals lead 7-1. Strode's going to take the face-off. Jeanette to his right. Tapscott to the left. Heil and Bickmeyer still on defensive duty. Goes into the corner, sends it around, up off the boards. Jeanette coming back to help the D, since they're usually forwards. That one all the way through, wasn't touched by anybody. They're saying deflected. Jeanette's going to get there first, looking for somebody to come down and give him some support. He's got Tapscott, and that one deflected up high. Raptors trying to get it out of the zone. Heil's checking over his shoulder, and he's going to pick this one up at the Generals' blue line. He's going to send it up off the wall for Strode. Strode picks this one up, takes it across. He's got Jeanette on the right, and he gets picked. And the Raptors are going to turn this one around. Comes back to Heil. Heil up to Jeanette. Jeanette's going to send this up the wall. Back behind the Raptor goal. 6:15 left to play in the third period. That one scoots past, and Moore's going to pick this one up. Chipped in by the Raptors. Moore up to Tapscott, who kicks this one forward. And that's going to be icing on the Raptors. They're saying no. Gaddis plays this one back behind the net. Glass is going to pick this one up to Tapscott. Pucks now are just bouncing over the General sticks. I think the fight is out of the Raptors at this point. Thank goodness, because the Generals are not playing well. Strode taken down to the ice. Lugo coming in to try to pick up the puck. Strode's back on his feet and puts a guy into the boards in the corner. Raptors send it off the wall. That's just past Glass. Peterson on defensive duty is going to pick this one up in the General's end of the ice. He sends it over to Lugo out of the zone. Lugo working this up the left-hand side. Trying to find the puck and scooted forward. Lugo hammered into the glass. Comes back to the blue line. Repko with a shot from the distance, and it skips into the goalie's midsection, and he covers it for the whistle. Lugo getting hammered hard. He's going to go to the bench on a rotation. Bickmeyer and Heil coming back out for the defensive duo. Repko taking the face-off. Peterson to his left. Moore to his right. We've got everybody playing every kind of position right now. Centering pass scoots through. That one's in the goal. I don't know. It was just kind of a weird deflection. I think Peterson put it in. Generals will go up 8-1. 5:04 remaining in the third period. Ref's asking the players who got the goal. This one comes to Moore. Moore trying to take a shot. Deflected back behind the goal. Repko still on the puck. Centering pass. Trying to find it to Moore. Moore can't shove it through. And they get a cover as the goalie lies backwards onto the puck. Getting the whistle. Repko taking the face-off. Repko still on the puck. Oh, it's back, still loose. Oh, it's going to come back out of the zone. Bickmeyer picking this one up. Raptors trying to feed this one up to the neutral zone. Picked up by Bickmeyer, but he loses it. Heil's the one man standing, and good back check there by Repko, saving Heil from having to do some work on defense. That's going to come back to Bickmeyer, and oh, wow! That's a high hit on Bickmeyer, and he goes down to the ice. We're going to get a penalty call. Hopefully Bickmeyer's all right. That was way up high. Bickmeyer took his helmet off on the ice. He didn't.
Hey, coach. 2 and 10. Hey. You either shut up or leave. You have a choice. You shut up or leave.
So it's a 2 and 10 in the high hit on Bickmeyer. Yeah. The penalty box from the Raptors are claiming that Bickmeyer took his helmet off, which he did. Their player got ejected for that, but Bickmeyer, the refs were too busy sorting out who hit who. The refs did not know didn't get the number as to who hit Bickmeyer high. Asked the players, nobody admitted to it. So the players were all upset, mouthing off to the referee about, if you don't know who did it, you can't call it. So the ref got upset. So now they've got a 2 and 10. The Generals are up 8-1 as we're just under 4 minutes left to play. Generals on a power play here for 2 minutes. 1:40 left exactly. Lugo keeps this one in at the blue line. Raptor coach is chatting it up with the referee, probably upset with the calls. Lugo on the puck. Lugo still working it. That one deflected just wide. It went off of a skate and almost scooted in. That one comes back to Strode. He got a shot. Left pad saved there by the goalie. It goes into the corner. Jeanette on the puck, trying to find somebody. Get some clear ice here. Goes to Tapscott. He sends it back up the wall. Jeanette picks it up, leaves it for Strode, back to Jeanette. Jeanette passes to Strode, and that one's just wide over the corner of the net. Glass is down against the wall. Lugo's got to watch it. Lugo was going to the bench. Luckily, if it hits him and a guy jumps over the wall, that's too many men. Generals on the power play. Jeanette picks this one up. Goes all the way through. Tapscott trying to work and trying to pick up a second one. It comes back to Heil at the blue line. And he puts it into a guy's shin guard. 22 seconds left on the power play for the Generals. 2:30 left in the third period. Generals leading this 8-1. Peterson skating this one in. Peterson sends that across. Can't find Judah's stick, and Bickmeyer with a shot. That one's deflected up into the glass by the goalie. Moore in the corner. Still stuck in the corner. Moore trying to work it out. Puts it back behind the goal for Peterson. Peterson with a nice little toe drag there. Works his way through traffic, and that one deflected off the pad. Repko tries to put this one back in the other corner. Raleigh looks like they'll get it out of the zone. Comes all the way across. Finds a guy at central ice. Bickmeyer on the puck. Heil working it against the wall. Comes back to Raleigh, and they're going to be offsides. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 1:37 left to play in the third period. Generals lead 8-1. Heil trying to pick this puck up. Leaves it for Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer over to Repko. Repko, the righty on the left-hand side. It's the tough play on the stick. Quick shot there. Back behind the goal. That one takes a funny bounce off the wall. Comes back to Heil. It's underneath us as Heil plays the puck back at the blue line. We've got 1 minute left to play. Over the Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer with a little wrister. Blocker save as it goes into the corner. We've got 30 seconds to go. Raleigh sends it up the wall. Bickmeyer pinning the guy up against the wall. Moore working it. Raleigh takes a shot, and we get a cover there by Gaddis and gets the whistle. Bench is calling for it to run the clock and just run this out. There's our final whistle. Generals are going to walk away with a big win here, 8-1 here in Wake Forest. Not as physical a game as we were kind of expecting, but Generals coming the distance and making it worth it. We'll get the goals posted. I'm not sure I can remember them all at this point. We'll get our handshake. Again, they're on the ice next weekend down in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're not sure where the games will be broadcast from. I'm unable to travel down, and we haven't figured out how to get somebody else to broadcast YouTube, so that might be a Facebook post, but we'll get it posted. All right, thanks for joining Richmond Generals Hockey. Appreciate your support. Have a great weekend.